Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Palantir stock and why PLTR stock could have some volatility soon, because Palantir is in somewhat of a controversy lately due to a lawsuit that pertains to one of their contracts and business partners. Now, if you don't know what's been going on with Palantir, don't worry, I will fill you in, but first remember to annihilate the like button right now for Palantir stock, subscribe if you are new, comment down below your thoughts on PLTR stock, and let's get right into today's stories. Recently, PLTR stock has been straying from all-time highs, but recently it had a 6% gain which later fell slightly because of Palantir's legal battle with another company over in the UK named Open Democracy, who has been in a lawsuit with NHS, who has conducted business with Palantir and who is currently offering Palantir a contract under conspicuous circumstances. But it does not look like PLTR stock investors care much about this legal battle, but they should, and I will explain why. Last year, Palantir Technologies was contracted by NHS, which stands for the National Health Service, to interpret huge amounts of health data so that resources can be allocated to high-risk areas when the recent illness struck. However, Palantir having access to all of this data did not sit well with Open Democracy because of Palantir's past ties with the CIA. And because of this skepticism, Open Democracy has filed a lawsuit. The lawsuit is mainly against their own government because they entered into a secretive deal with Palantir, which Open Democracy refers to them as a spy tech company. Now, to give context, Open Democracy is a global media organization that analyzes social and political issues to educate its audience. Open Democracy has now come out publicly that they have won their lawsuit and that the government will cave to its demands, so they came out with this statement, and I quote, "Committing not to extend Palantir's contract beyond the illness without consulting the public, there will be no more mission creep," which we will talk about later, "without assessing our rights." They have also agreed to engage the public via patient juries about whether firms like Palantir are appropriate for long-term role in the NHS at all. But then the NHS came out with their own statement that tells a much different story, which says this, and I quote, "It always acted legally, and that Open Democracy campaigners dropped the case when they realized they did not have a leg to stand on." So Open Democracy said that they have won the lawsuit, and the NHS said that Open Democracy actually dropped the case. The NHS went on to praise Palantir for helping them analyze the gigantic amount of data that they had and for their potentially life-saving insights. Now, this is where it starts to get confusing because it becomes a he said, she said scenario. So, who do we believe here? Because after this, the NHS said that it will be more transparent with who they contract in the future, and that is exactly what Open Democracy wanted in their lawsuit. It still seems that Palantir investors are still holding strong because this has actually brought more attention to how useful Palantir technology can be, so this has not hurt their reputation at all. And according to the NHS, Palantir's contract has actually been extended and not revoked, which is worth around $27 million. However, Open Democracy is not done with Palantir yet because they are not a fan of Palantir, which was founded with the support of the US Central Intelligence Agency, aka the CIA, back in 2003. So Open Democracy's main concern could be that Palantir is going to use the personal health data that was gathered in the UK and give it to the CIA for the right price. And if they don't give it to the CIA, they could sell this data to many other agencies because Palantir has many ties to government agencies that would love this data. Thanks to the NHS bringing Palantir on board in March of 2020, Palantir now has a large storehouse of personal health information of the UK. But this is a bad argument because the health information that was acquired was anonymous, scrambled, people were given fake names, addresses, and their privacy was protected. Now Open Democracy is more worried about the secondary implication, which was that Palantir's short-term contract was being extended by 2 years now, but why would they care about this? Formally, this concern is called mission creep, and their statement says this, and I quote, "The services to be provided by Palantir extended to matters far beyond the response to the illness, including Brexit, NHS workforce plans, and general government business." Basically, Open Democracy is accusing Palantir of getting deeply involved with their government plans when originally they were just supposed to help out temporarily, which can be referred to as mission creep. Because of this, Open Democracy is trying to stop Palantir from extending their contract with the NHS, who said this in a statement, and I quote, "Open Democracy have had to drop their court case unilaterally, as it was apparent even to them that the NHS has always acted in accordance with its legal responsibilities. They therefore stood no chance of succeeding in their completely spurious claim. Far from winning this case, they had no choice but to drop it when they realized they hadn't a leg to stand on, and therefore Palantir actually has declined to comment. Because of all of this suing and lawsuits that could come from this, which could affect PLTR stock, the UK government has insisted that Palantir's technology was simply used to interpret a massive load of data, and that Palantir Technologies has not been given any permanent access to sensitive health information or health records. Even with that being said, Open Democracy is still saying that Palantir purposefully underbidded their original contract to help the NHS to get their foot in the door, and is now inching their way further and further into the government to spy on the UK people. Another UK government agency actually agrees with Open Democracy's logic, because they say this, and I quote, "Once you're in, you're in. A first contract just gets a foot in the door. The system is designed not to change. Color me not surprised that Palantir got an extension." But what do you all think? Comment down below your thoughts, and let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And I will see all of you in the next YT video.